Dave Caudle here with another top tip for your career. Now you may be wondering why I'm here with these bikes, and it's because I want to make an analogy for you. And it's a really good analogy because for a lot of people, you know, if your bike's, your wheels are fully pumped up and it's all rolling along nicely, it's a good analogy for your career. You know, nice full pumped up tyres, your bike rolls nicely down, your career's rolling along nicely. You don't have to do a lot of maintenance, you just have to steer it where you want it to go. Now for a lot of people though, they get to a point where they've got a flat tyre on their career. They have to turn the bike upside down and do something about it. Or for a lot of people, they don't actually do anything about it and they carry on being unhappy. And I think that's a real shame. Now there are three sort of things here. The first sort of flat tyre is actually a self-inflicted one. And you know, you might just consider this. There are a lot of people, and it may be you, that are there in their careers and actually they're fed up. They've lost their mojo, as it were. They're thinking there must be more than this. But whatever happens, if you've got a flat tyre, it becomes hard to steer your career. It becomes a real burden to just keep going. Another reason that you've got a flat tyre is a sort of someone let your tyres down. And that often happens to people who've had a break from work. It might be to raise a family, they might have had a sabbatical, gone travelling, any sort of reason, but they come back to work and suddenly they're getting overlooked for the promotions they should have had. They're looking maybe for the next level up, and it's just not happening. And the reason it's not happening is either they've been forgotten for a while because they've been out of the picture and other people are more to the fore and more prominent, or quite often they come back to work, especially if it's been quite a long break, and their personal values around work have changed. They're different people, they've got more important, different priorities in their lives as to how their career fits in with everything. Or perhaps the company's moved on in that time and actually the company has got different values now. They might have been for a merger or something. So you find there's just a clash of values there and it's not comfortable. So, you know, if you've got a flat tyre, you can either keep going on with a hard career that's difficult, that's not enjoyable, it's hard work every day, or you can do something about it. And I just want to sort of draw another analogy here, because sometimes, even when your tyres are like pumped up, nice and full, and they're rolling along, but people say to me, oh, it's just like I'm pedaling so hard all the time. And they're working long hours regularly, much more than they should be working. Or, in fact, what might be happening is that it's just like they never get to stop. Even when they go home, they're thinking about work all the time. And their family are like missing them, because although they're there physically, you know, mentally they're elsewhere thinking about work. So the thing is, a lot of people, and listen, it may be you, and if it is, I'm going to suggest to you that you stop for a minute. You know, pull the brakes, just stop for a second, even if it's just for an hour. Look at your career in the context of your whole life and do yourself a little satisfaction rating. So look at each segment of your life. Your career is the really important one here, but look at your finance, your health, your family relationships, your hobbies, your contributions, all the different areas that are important to you. Give them a satisfaction rating between 0 and 10, where 0 is it's awful and 10 is it's perfect. And look at the score that you've given to your career. Let's I'm just going to use an example here, but think about what your score is. If it's a 3 out of 10, firstly just look at that and go, okay, so what's that 3 about? What are the good things that mean it's a 3? Really important for you to recognise the things that are going well. But then look at the 3 and go, okay, so where would I like that score to be? And it may, obviously, ideally, I guess it would be a 10, but maybe at the moment, even getting it to a 7 would be great. And the thing is now, you can either go back and carry on with your flat tyre or pedalling like mad, or you can do something about it. The easiest way to take a small step is to look at that score and go, okay, if I increased my score by 1, what would that look like? What would I see, hear, feel in my career if that score was 1 more? In my example, 4 out of 10. And what can I do? What actions can I take to move it to 4 out of 10? So let's just think about that. I don't know if you can hear the dog in the background. He's obviously getting excited about this. I hope you are too. So make sure you think about what are the actions you can take that will get you from 3 to 4, or from whatever your score is now to whatever your score is now +1. And it might be changing the way you do things. It might be putting some boundaries about those working hours. It might be just saying, okay, now I'm going to take a proper review of my career, and I'm going to ask myself, do I actually need to change jobs here? So look at all of those things. Look back at some of the blogs on the website as well, because you'll find some really useful tips there to start getting you shifted from stuck to unstuck. Have a good day.